Okay, I'm scared. I have never done a video before. I have no clue how to start these out. So hi, my name's Ash. I do art, obviously. This isn't going well. But today I'm just gonna do a Meet the Artist tag to kind of introduce myself, I guess. I feel like that's appropriate. So for those who don't know, Meet the Artist tag is basically just like a drawing of somebody, and then off to the side you'll kind of write like likes and dislikes, so, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, so let's give this thing a try. So I always start out drawing with just like a little sketch of the head, which is ironic because I always discover later on that I don't like how the head looks, and that will always be the thing that I change. I always start with geometric shapes too. It's just a very simple outline, you know, a little shape of the nose, kind of where the eyes go, stuff like that, you know. I'm gonna try to do a fluid body motion so that it's not so stiff. I feel like that's actually pretty good. I kind of want to move the head back. Again, with the head, I never like where the head ends up. It always looks weird to me. I feel like the head's leaned forward too much. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good outline right there. Then my cheekbones are not this high. I really wish that they were, but I'm gonna have to lower them because I have like no cheekbones in real life. Very tragic. I feel like I should like have like a cute little like witty pose where I'm like winking or something too. That would be fun. I have bangs that kind of like come across my forehead, so I need to like draw the general shape of my head here. I usually wear my hair back or like in a bun or something, so I usually draw myself with a bun, so I feel like that's what I'm gonna do here because it's safe and that's not a scary thing if I'm familiar with it. I almost always, I like to wear hoodies a lot, and in fact I'm actually kind of like wearing one now. They're big, they're comforting, they hide my body, and I think that's a beautiful thing, so. A little tip for like folds and clothes and stuff is that, especially with like sleeves, if you have long sleeves and stuff, it's taken me forever to find out, you know, where does this fold go, which direction does it go, and usually the folds will like follow the movement of your body. So if your arm is lifted up, usually the folds will move upwards. I'm gonna kind of like sketch out my body underneath this and how that would look so that it can help me decide, you know, where does the clothing lay and stuff like that. So, and this hip is higher than this hip too, so I'm trying to kind of get that, which is hard to do with clothing over top. Kind of have like where the hoodie ends and stuff down there. I feel like that would kind of come and move down like this over the hip. Can have it like, you know, stretched over there too, so let's go ahead and clean the sketch out of there so it's not as messy. I like to do like this little hoodie doodle where I have like a little space thing over there, but I think I kind of just want to do that like everywhere. And then I'll go over that in white gel pen because I'll probably have this just be black or something. Let's give it like a little alien spaceship too. That'd be kind of cute. Alright, I hate feet. I hate them with a passion. I think I might even hate them more than hands because I've gotten much better at drawing hands in the past year. But feet are still a big no-no for me because they're weird, they're gross, they're feet. Nobody likes feet. So, how do I want to go about this? It's really, really good if you're struggling trying to like draw articles of clothing or shoes or anything. It's really good to kind of like sketch out the part of the body that you're trying to draw something over because that will literally help you so much. So if you were like drawing maybe a dress or something, you'd want to draw the legs underneath so you know where the folds of the dress are and stuff like that. And that's kind of a tip that I've picked up from other artists as time's gone by, and it's helped me very much. So if you're struggling, try it. Just see how it works. Just draw like, you know what, something that I don't have but I really want are high tops. Like Converse high tops. Those are just like the cutest things and I really, really want them. And they're kind of the sole of the shoe. Come up like that and then I'm gonna grab my fine liners, which are kind of dried out, so I really need to get new ones, but they work, so I guess that's all that matters. Every single time that I do, you know, people and stuff, I always like start with the skin. Now, I usually would start with like a really light color like this, but my markers are really dry. I have a yellow-red color that looks like pretty skin toned, but it's too dark for my skin because I'm very pale. I'm a redhead, so it's also really scary doing stuff with the face because like the really light markers, like especially light skin tone ones like these ones, they drag, they take the ink and they just drag it, and then it gets messy and mucky, and it really sucks. Always make like the tips of the fingers pink. Always do it to like the tip of the ears and stuff. My nose. I feel like that came out pretty safe. I shouldn't say that though, because then I'll jinx myself and something will come along and ruin everything. So I also add like kind of pink to the knees and stuff. I also have freckles, but I never add, I try not to add freckles with the markers just because it'll kind of bleed in with the other pigment that's already laid down. So I usually just use colored pencils to do that at the end. I feel like that leg looks pretty good. It's pretty well blended, all things considered, with how dry this marker is. It's gonna start beeping in a second, I already know it. Something else to consider, that if you are using alcohol-based markers, if you are using Copic markers or Copic, I don't know, I say it Copic, they can blend really well, and you could just you can layer them too. Now, Sharpies don't blend very well, but that's just because they don't have, you know, a brush nib. They just have a chisel nib, and their formula isn't the same as a Copic marker. And so if you wanted to say, you know, maybe make this color darker without using the next color that you have, you could just kind of like go over it again and it will layer itself, and that's very, very nice. So just something to consider. If you don't have alcohol markers, I highly advise that you get them, but they are on the more expensive side. I did use Sharpies for a very, very long time, and even those, for all that I had, I think I had like, I got like the 48 packs and stuff. I got 2 of them so I could have more than, you know, just the colors in one pack. Cost me, I think, like $50. And Copic markers are extremely expensive. The price when I first saw it hurt me to look at. It was painful. And just sometime the past few months did I actually have enough money saved up that I was able to buy myself some, and they are such a good investment. Now for the lips, I don't want anything obnoxiously bright, but I do have very pigmented lips. Now since I only have one set, I only have like 5 kind of like pinkish colors, and there's only like 2 of them that are really light, and this one is dry, so I really need to get a lot of refills for my markers. I wonder if I could use the chisel tip. Would that help me at all? No, not really. Great. I'm gonna try to, maybe I could use this color. One of the reds. It's called Rose Salmon RO2. I've used that for my lip color before, and it seemed to work pretty well, but I'm worried that's gonna like blend in with everything else, and I don't want that. So maybe I could just use a chameleon markers technique and try. Hey, that actually worked pretty good, huh? All I did was just kind of like touch the tips of these 2 markers. Now this is Shock Pink, and this color is extremely bright. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I actually don't hate this, and that's pretty good. You're probably sitting here thinking, why are these markers so expensive? They really don't look like they're doing that much. Okay, I have the sketch markers, which means that they have a brush nib. So this is very flexible. It's very soft, it's very easy to blend. Obviously, The alcohol formula is probably different than Sharpies. They're pretty low odor too, which is really nice. So you don't get headaches, maybe if you're kind of like leaning over a page or something. So they blend much easier too. But the brush nib is really where a lot of the price comes in. They're felt tips, so they're really nice. They don't really tear up your page like a Sharpie does. Because if you've ever noticed, maybe if you do use Sharpies, is that when you just kind of like layer and layer and layer, then it'll kind of like start to eat away at the page, and it'll kind of like ball up almost, and it's not a pretty look. So I have been doing art for as long as I could draw. So probably 13, 12 years, somewhere in that time zone. Then the thing that I always do last is outfit. Maybe instead of doing like a black hoodie, I could do like purples and blues, but I also kind of want some color gradients in the background too. So I feel like maybe that would clash too much. Because the entire side where I'm gonna write everything, I'll probably do a color gradient as opposed to when I usually do it like behind the character. If you follow my Instagram, you'd see I like to do like little boxes or little circles behind with just color gradients. I just feel like that helps make the character pop off the page. But I'm not gonna do that here because then it'll be too blank over here. If you're this far in a drawing, whatever mistakes you make, you need to like play it in, and it's gonna be fine. I'm just sad because I really wanted like more contrast between like the dark and the light, and now that I'm using this color, I don't really have that. I'm just gonna lay this down everywhere. So I think I'm gonna take the darkest one that I have here, which is B06, and we're just gonna work with it. I feel kind of stupid for just now, you know, mentioning color names because I have not been doing that throughout this whole video. Okay. I don't hate that. That's good. Now I'm probably just gonna like lay this color down and then not like blend or anything. Just lay it down. Don't do anything else. Don't take the risk of messing up your drawing, your beautiful art, you know, because I clearly have done plenty of that in this video. Okay, where's my gel pens at? I need my white gel pens. I just realized I totally should have colored that with these. I'm an idiot. It's fine. We're fine. I'm gonna take my warm grays and we're just gonna make them like a pure dark gray, blackish, to be on the safe side. I just realized I did not color my eyes. Should I use pencils for that? First, I need to add my freckles. We have a dark. Okay, now it's time for highlights. So, tip of the nose, along the cheekbones, especially to the eyes. The eyes will always have highlights. To just the center of my lips, to my knees, to my shoes a little bit, you know, knuckles. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I just realized that if my hands are to be facing away, then my thumbs would be facing away from my body. We can just go with that. We can go with that. It's way too late now. 1.10. Little circle there. Give it a little whoosh, little, you know, Saturn ring and stuff. Have time to do my little color gradients over here. was like, wait a minute. It's fine. I love dyslexia. I'm very feisty. I will like break your phalanges if you make me mad, so don't try me. So I really like how this turned out, and if you watched all the way till the end, thanks. I know I kind of suck at this because I'm new at it, but you know, things happen, so yeah.